welcome to my channel. My name is Calypso the Oracle. Welcome to the new viewers and welcome back to consistent viewers. Today's message is going to be focused on feminine energy. The keywords today are moon, the number 3, and feminine energy. So I encourage you all to go and do some research on the moon itself. I'm not going to be specific on what I mean by that, and as well as the other keywords like the number 3. You can go and look up numerology for the number 3, and as well as doing your own research on the femininity in general. Femininity, you can get into like energy, or what it means to be feminine, and I encourage you all to expand. Don't just focus on one. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say is do deep research. Don't do on the surface, because when you do on the surface, then information becomes very biased and watered down. All right, so let's get into it. I have in front of me my notebook of my notes. And as I mentioned, we are talking about feminine energy here. I encourage you all to find sanctuary within yourself. Be your own sanctuary. So you have to learn how to be content with making yourself happy, or making yourself high, finding your own dopamine high just by engaging with yourself and engaging with who you are on the inside, who you are as a spirit being, a high vibrational being, knowing that you are not this body. So finding sanctuary in yourself is like, you gotta take the time out to rest and exercise your feminine energy more. And I know that may be a little bit on the difficult side for some of us, considering that we do live in I like to use the word aggressive, or like forever moving pace kind of like society. We live in this patriarch, I'm gonna say a toxic patriarch, a toxic masculine society. So just putting that out there. Of course, we know that just because everything is going the way that it is, it doesn't mean like a patriarch system. It doesn't mean a patriarch system is necessarily toxic, as well as masculine energy, masculine, y'all know what I'm trying to say. But basically, I'm just saying that we need to learn to tap into that feminine energy. And I know that may be difficult for some of us, especially if you have children or if you are working, because we all know about that 9 to 5 grind. And sometimes even if you're not in that 9 to 5, it's like you still have to grind those gears to like live I want to say harmoniously, but it's really not if you're always grinding just to make ends meet. And I was actually just scrolling through earlier today, and I actually found I've actually been seeing a lot of this lately, how people or families are claiming to make these 6 figures, or having 3 incomes or 2 incomes, and it's still difficult to find proper housing, or just to kind of like make ends meet. We are in a tough time right now. But I encourage you all to, that's why I encourage you all to actually look up femininity. If you can do a more in-depth research on what it means to operate in your feminine energy, that would be great too. Okay, let's see here. So also, this is for the women, okay? I believe that men have cycles too, just not like us, but I am not a man, so I am not going to speak on that. But what I will speak on is the feminine cycle. And I this bit of information, I watch, what's her name? Dr. Mindy Mendez or something like that on YouTube. She um, wrote a book called Fast Like a Girl. And in her book, I can't wait to buy it. I haven't bought it yet, but she talks a lot about what she has in her book and everything. You can get it on Amazon. And no, I am not being paid to talk about this, but I think this is kind of like a good gem to drop for you all, for women um, wanting to be more in tune with their feminine cycle. Because what she was talking about is that we, based on our cycle, um, depends on what our energy level is going to be like. And I'm not going to spoil it, but just go and look up her YouTube and you might see her talk about it, or go on Amazon and buy the book, or I don't know if Cliff Notes still exists, or whatever. But learning to be in that feminine cycle, being in tune and recognizing the part of your cycle. I already said that, when you're feeling tired or when you're feeling energetic. So some people call that feminine cycle, or that time when you bleed. People call that your moon time. So people feel that there's that connection with feminine energy, the woman, the woman's 28-day cycle with the cycle of the lunar moon. So that's why I've said those key words for you all to look up y'all self. Vet out your own information. And I'm going to say those keywords again. It's moon, the number 3, and feminine energy. So next is about learning to move more slower and more gracefully. And I want to compare this to dancing. I can't help it. I just keep doing it, but just a graceful kind of like movement. And this type of movement, what I'm talking about is like when you do slow movements, whether it's with your arms, your shoulders, your hips. When you move slow, you're more in tune and you feel every movement. It's like you are taking in every movement and you're feeling it. You like really feeling it. So movement. This is about living in the moment, about this moving slower, more gracefully, not being impulsive or aggressive. Learn to move more slower and gracefully. And I'm not just meaning like physical movements, but I'm talking about up here too. Like I said, being impulsive. But learning to be silent and think before you speak. That's kind of what I'm, meaning at. But for you all who wants to try dancing like that, y'all should try to experience moving very slow in your movements and feel that energy. Actually, what's coming to my mind right now is, I don't know what Oriental background, but they have something, I don't even know what it's called, but they do these small movements, and I don't remember what it's called. I want to say it's Tai Chi, but I don't think so. It's some other word that I cannot pronounce, but the Orientals, they have this kind of practice where they actually making slow movements with their hands and with their bodies, and they're actually practicing on moving they call it chi, moving that chi. So that's something else you all can also research. So basically, like I said, this whole video is about the feminine presence, the feminine energy, and I encourage you all also, and I'm talking about men too, because like I said, we all know by now that uh, we, man and woman, has both feminine energy and masculine energy, and we are supposed to find that balance within ourselves. So, because we live in this fast paced, masculine, consistent society, I encourage all to celebrate the feminine energy within yourself. So, whatever that may look like to you all, like I said, look up feminine energy yourself and see how you can celebrate the feminine energy within you more. Okay. Um, Next is about when you operate like in the feminine energy more, you would experience life in a whole new way. So looking through a lens, the lens of femininity, of course, will differ from looking through the lens of masculinity. So grab your new spectacles, your feminine spectacles, put them on, and try moving with that feminine energy. And you will see things differently. You will see things from a different perspective. You will experience things from a different perspective. So operating in your feminine energy first will move you quicker towards your manifestations, because sometimes we always work, action, but not enough setting intentions, putting the energy out there, living in the moment. We don't do enough of the stuff that's, I like to call it like things in the background before going out and taking action. So sometimes we always doing. And like I mentioned in the beginning, we don't take the time out to rest. We don't take the time out to marinate, serenade on, just different things on yourself or whatever it is. It's just we always doing, and we don't take the time out to rest. And so sometimes our manifestations can be blocked because we're not taking the proper steps into making that happen. And also going within, that will actually help you learning to go within and trust in yourself. That will actually help you to heal from different things that you may not even know that is there, could also be blocking your manifestations, your dreams. So follow your dreams. You can follow your dreams by being more into that feminine energy. That's all I have for you all. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in another one. Peace.